Which pop culture character have I been doodling on my homework pages and notes since the second grade?
Uh, since only the second grade?
I think so. I don't know if in first grade I knew he existed. Maybe.
Wow. I mean, it's the guy you're talking about. It's the reason the Blackest Night only got a 9 out of 10. It's Batman.
Ding, ding, ding. Very good. It's Batman, correct. Yeah.
Uh,
I think my if I ever do get around to working for DC, my submission or commission to get them to realize what kind of talent I have is my perfect image of Batman.
and
That's a life
he has been
goal.
perfecting this. He's not joking. He has been perfecting this since the second grade. And like he can draw Batman so well. When we were in, I just remember when we were in high school together. I'd look over and he'd be taking notes. We'd both be taking notes, but like just in the margins of all his papers, there'd just be Batman.
That's probably why you
At
ended up.
least a couple of them.
Yeah, a few of them. Yeah, just different head shapes. Only the head.
Yep.
And that's probably why you got the better grades than I
Oh,
did.
probably. But I think you might have gotten more out of high school than I did.
I think I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you, Josh. Here's to hoping.
Here's to
day.
open indeed.
All right, what do you got for me?
On the question of comic books, I want to know, do you know who my favorite comic book character is, and what my favorite comic book is? Because they're tied together. I'll give you a hint there.
Is that 2-in-1?
That is 2-in-1. I'm cheating.
Oh, I have an idea.
I have an idea.
Um, I think I'm gonna get one of them right and probably the other one wrong, or both of them wrong. And if we get these questions wrong, it doesn't mean that we are not. It doesn't mean that we're not one of each other's best friends. It just means that we
still got more to learn about each other.
Still got more to learn about each other, and it's kind of early in the morning. So I'm gonna go with Superman.
Oh, yep, you got that.
All right, got that. And I'm going to go with. I actually don't remember what it's called. Is it Doomsday? Like, is it the Superman Doomsday story?
Right on again. It's Death of Superman.
Death of Superman.
2 out of 2 right there, even with the cheating question.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Nice.
As much as Greg's like Batman, I love Superman. I cannot draw him as well. I am not an artist like Greg. I'm sad to say.
You're the mind. You're the mind behind our superpower duo.
I got a good mind, but I got bad hands. That's all I got to say. But Superman is one of my favorites. I know it's kind of a classic, maybe overused, but I really do like kind of the lawful good, shining knight who always, does the right thing even in the hard situations. And I think Death of Superman particularly shows that because it's just cool to see him without his powers but still being a hero.
Yeah,
that's something I appreciate about Superman.
That's a good one, and I think the there's just like a few films that kind of took inspiration from that one, and like some animated movies that were taking inspiration from that. So it's a very significant story in obviously his the mythos of the character.
And just honestly one of the best comic book stories I've ever read. So if you want a good one, it's 4 volumes. Well, technically 5, but the 5th one is kind of an add-on. But it's very, very good.
Okay.
What you got next for me, Greg?
So, which fantasy story? That's probably a giveaway. Have I only seen the film rendition of?
Lord of the Rings.
Correct. Still haven't fully read the book.
I'll send you the audiobooks, my bro.
You did send me the audiobooks. They're they're in Google Drive format, I think, right?
Yeah, you just gotta download them. Use I think free audiobook player or smart audiobook player, I think maybe it's called.
Okay.
We can talk about that after the podcast.
Sure.
But on that note,
God.
can you name a historical figure that I'd want to go out to dinner with or like get a meal with? I swear I had this written down before.
Oh my God. A historical figure that you would want to go out to dinner with.
Yeah. Just to like have a meal with. You get to talk to. Living or dead.
Living or dead, so this this person can still be alive.
Well,
Oh,
there's like
man.
multiple answers to this one.
Multiple
This isn't
answers.
like
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. That makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln.
Actually, I don't.
You wouldn't want to go out to dinner with him.
It wasn't someone I was thinking of. Like, I guess, don't get me wrong. If I had the opportunity to go out to dinner with Abraham Lincoln, I would definitely take it.
Here, I'll
But-
get a second one.
Give it a second one.
George Washington.
Yes, George
All
Washington is someone I would definitely go out to dinner with.
All right.
George Washington, one of my favorite historical figures.
Who else are you thinking of?
Ah,
Benedict Arnold.
no, not Benedict Arnold. And J.R. Tolkien would definitely be up there. J.R.R. Tolkien or C.S. Lewis. Um, who is the fourth? I had a fourth one. It'll come to me. But George Washington is probably the big one.
Oh, Ben Franklin. What about Ben Franklin?
Ben Franklin, I'd wanna go out to dinner with, especially if it was a later in life version of him. So I'd be interested to hear about his experiences.
Yeah. We don't have to get too into it, but he was apparently like a freaky dude sometimes. He had some...
Yeah, he's an interesting fellow, to say the least.
He's smart for sure, and he created or curated electricity or whatever, but he,
I guess he used to take air baths where he'd just sit naked in front of a window.
Wow.
But I guess apparently that was also a common thing to do in those days, or at least a common-ish, so...
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting fellow.
Interesting fellow. I have
a lot of scandals, but... Sorry.
Yeah, pretty scandalous, dude.
What's your last question for me, Greg?
I have one more. This I saved the hardest one for last. This is
Okay.
This is something that has happened in our life.
Okay.
An event in our life together that has occurred in the past. Do you remember when you and I went to go swimming with your mom at one of your mom's friends' pool?
Yes, I remember that.
Okay. So where did I get stung by a bee on that day?
I remember we're on a hill. Are you talking about where on you?
Well, yeah, where on me? Where did I get stung?
Was it on the nose? I want to say it was like close to the nose.
Close, very close, very close.
Where was it? I don't.
It was on the lip.
Oh,
Right on the lip.
Yeah, I remember that day. I felt so bad. So, Greg here does what you're supposed to do when there's a bee. You're supposed to just like ignore it and not like bother it, and it's supposed to ignore it. Me, I just take off running, and I'm pretty sure I'm the one who agitated it so that it stung Greg.
Yeah, I think you were freaking out and like jumped into the pool and then splashing water everywhere, and then that was just zooming around. And then obviously, like, I think we were both like 10,
We were in like
10,
we were in elementary school.
I don't even know, maybe 11. And I was freaking out because you were freaking out. So, and then your mom tried to put like dirt on my lip or something to make it feel better, but I don't know
God
if it
bless
felt
her
better.
soul.
I love your mom.
She always means well. I'll give her that.
Yes.
Mom, if you listen to this, I do love you. I really love you. Couldn't have asked for a better mom.
Same to my mother.
Okay. I guess I don't know. This one you depends on if you've heard my rants or not, which I feel like you might have. There's a good chance. But definitely, I saved the hardest one for last. What would be my preferred method of execution? If I had to get
Of course.
executed and I could choose, what would be my preferred method?
So you are being
Yeah.
electrocuted.
I'm the one being executed.
Executed, I mean. Not electrocuted. That's interesting. Because there's a few different ones that I could think of for you. Can I ask you a question about your question?
Yeah, go for it.
Is this a form of capital punishment that's used in our society today?
Yes and no.
Okay. Is it?
You would. I mean, you wouldn't see it given to a civilian. Let's put it that way.
Okay. Is it a firing squad?
Yeah. I feel like the last question gave it away. But if I had to get killed, I want to die on my feet and quickly. So,
I knew that. I knew that that's what it was. I mean, I said electrocuted instead of executed in the beginning because I was thinking of electric chair. But as soon as I said that, I was like, no, it's probably firing squad because I do remember you ranting about that at some point. It's just it's a quick way to go.
It's quick and like it's on your feet. Like if I'm gonna get executed, I want it to be on my feet. I want to be able to like look the people in the eye.
Actually, I don't know how quick it is because you don't die at once because it's like 6 people in a line shooting you. So you probably die like maybe 2 or 3 seconds into it, but like there's a few seconds where you're just getting bombarded by
but
bullets.
Like 2 or 3 seconds isn't bad. I mean, even if you get decapitated, you're still alive for like 3-4 seconds before you go. So like, I feel like 2-3 seconds. I feel like that's a pretty quick.